We're halfway done with this room, but nowhere near done with the entire Victory Road. Okay, I'm gonna put Yuxi up first since I know what I'm gonna face first. Well, all depends on if I run into a wild Pokemon. Okay, looks like that's not gonna be the case, so yeah. I know what I'm gonna face first, so that's why I put Yuxi in the lead. Anyway, last video, I seem to recall talking about the experience formula and how it was probably modified past Generation 6. So, before making this video, I took a look on Bulbapedia to see what the experience formula is, and I found quite a bit of information. So it goes like this. The experience formula was the same in the first 4 generations, and then in Black and White, I think it was modified a little bit because of the battles you had against Sharon and Bianca at the beginning of the game. It was made so that way you're not at level 6 when you fight Sharon. Then in Black and White 2, I think it was reverted back to what it was, although I'm not too sure about that, so don't quote me on it. Then in Gen 6, it was changed again, even though I don't really see much of a difference. And as of Gen 7, the experience formula is what it is today. Well, I can't really tell you what it is, since that looks like a huge math equation, and well, I guess my knowledge when it comes to math is pretty good, but yeah, looking at a number sentence like that, or an equation, yeah, I don't think I can really make heads or tails of it. Also, I was contemplating whether or not certain items for certain legendary Pokemon were in Scarlet and Violet. And yeah, it turns out the red orb is not there, so it looks like I can't get access to Primal Groudon. As for certain held items that belong to certain legendaries, you can find them in the Porto Mariana at the auction. Okay, hopefully I'm saying that properly. Like the Soul Dude, for instance. Yeah, I'm only mentioning the Soul Dude because its effect was changed as of Gen 7. Previously, it raised the special attack and special defense of both Latios and Latias by 50%, but now it raises the power of all Psychic and Dragon-type moves those two have by 20%. And also, it's no longer banned from competitive use. Well, I think that happened way before I ever started playing Pokemon, the fact that the Soul Dew was once banned. As a matter of fact, I'm not really sure if I ever knew that item even existed until I heard somebody say something about the Soul Dew. So yeah, the Soul Dew kind of reminds me of the Adamant Orb and the Lustrous Orb. Well, good thing those two items aren't banned. And yes, I will be encountering Latios and Latias later on in the game, although they don't have their signature moves, Luster Purge and Mist Ball. I think this is so because I believe Psychic has more power than those two moves, so yeah, I guess it makes sense why those two don't have their signature moves. Oh, Carnivine? I don't know if I mentioned this before, but if I didn't, I'll say it again. In this game only, Carnivine is Grass Dark. Okay, I'm looking at it, and I want to say the reason why it's dark in this game, but I'm not really sure if I could really put it in words. Well, yeah, I think it's a pretty obvious reason why Carnivine is Grass and Dark in this game. So yeah, I guess I'll leave that up to you guys. Okay, moving on to something else. Now, let me ask you something. I don't know if you recall, but some time ago, I was talking about some things that I saw in the new Pokemon Snap game. Well, I saw some very unusual yet humorous scenes there. Okay, I saw 2 in particular. One involving an Ursaring and a Magikarp, and another one involving a couple of Weaviles and a Mamoswine. Actually, 2 Mamoswine, sorry about that. Okay, so what I saw was an Ursaring was sleeping on a tree branch, and then a Magikarp comes out of the water and knocks Ursaring off the tree branch, thus sending it into the water, and then Ursaring runs off into the distance. And then another scene that I saw was, I think Ursaring was trying to look into the water, and then Magikarp comes out and socks Ursaring right in the face. Okay, and I'm thinking, what the hell is going on with the food chain? I mean, I know certain preys can fight back, but I don't think that's what I ever had in mind. I mean, I don't watch shows like, say, National Geographic or Animal Planet, so I never really seen bears trying to hunt for fish or anything, and I never really seen fish trying to fight back, so yeah, I guess that's something exclusive to Pokemon, I guess. And as for the scene involving the Weaviles and the Mamoswine, well, first off, it's worth mentioning that Weaviles hunt for prey, such as Alolan Sandshrew, Alolan Vulpix, and even Mamoswine. So yeah, apparently Weavile is the natural predator of Mamoswine. Okay, why would you want to mess with a Mamoswine of all things? That thing is 8 feet tall and weighs like 641 pounds. And those tusks that it has, Yeah, those tusks look like it could skewer you in a matter of seconds. So yeah, I saw Mamoswine dig up some snow in front of Weavile, and I think that was enough to scare the Weaviles away. Yeah, I really don't get it. I'm not really sure how tall Weavile is, but yeah, Mamoswine, that thing is 8 feet tall, and yeah, I don't think I would want to mess with something like Mamoswine that looks like it's capable of kicking your ass in a matter of seconds. Yeah, once again, I don't really understand the food chain. I mean, Alolan Sandshrew and Alolan Vulpix, I get it since those two are kind of small, but Mamoswine of all things, it's 8 feet tall, so what the hell are you thinking? Also, I think I read somewhere that Bearchick and Mamoswine are fighting for territory or something. Well, yeah, I didn't really look into it because I didn't really see that as anything interesting. I just found it pretty funny that Mamoswine scared off those Weaviles. And if you want to see those scenes for yourself, I'll throw a link in the moon description, or actually 2 links, since yeah, I said something about Ursaring and Magikarp as well. So yeah, I'll throw 2 links in the moon description so that way you can see those videos for yourself, because yeah, it's pretty funny seeing things like that happen. Magikarp making a fool out of an Ursaring, and Mamoswine scaring off a couple of Weaviles. Okay, I might as well go back to Uxie for this one. I would stay in, but I don't know if that Salamence has Intimidate. If it does, then, well, I think it's for the best if I put Uxie in here, so that way I won't have to worry about my attack stat being dropped, since I don't have any physical attacking moves on me. So yeah, back to the experience formula for a second. Well, when I played X and Y years ago, I didn't really see any difference when it came to the experience formula. Actually, maybe I did, because, well, there was one area where you fight, I guess you could choose to fight Audinos or not, but yeah, I think you know which place I'm talking about. It's that one with the huge mansion. Yeah, there's a pathway to the mansion, and yeah, sometimes in the bushes, either Venipede or Audino comes out of it. And yeah, when I took down a few Audinos, I noticed that the experience formula was slightly different. I think it was slightly different from when I took down Audinos back when I was playing Generation 5. Either that, or maybe I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, it looks to me like the experience formula was changed when I played X and Y, and I didn't really notice. And in Gen 7, well, I don't think I really noticed anything there either. I don't quite recall fighting any Audinos or Chanseys. Come to think of it, can you even find those Pokemon in any Gen 7 games? I don't seem to remember. And Sword and Shield, I don't quite recall if it's possible to find Chanseys or even Blisseys in the wild. I haven't played Sword and Shield in quite a while. But yeah, as for Gen 9, Scarlet and Violet, yeah, I could definitely see that the experience formula has changed because, well, looking back at Blaze Black and Volt White and seeing how I fought quite a few Chanseys and Blisseys. Oh, okay, we got another healing spot here. That's good because, yeah, the other healing spot is all the way back towards the beginning of Victory Road, so yeah, I didn't really want to go all the way back there. So yeah, I noticed something that, something about the experience formula and how I gained quite a bit of experience points when I took down a few Chanseys and Blisseys when I played Blaze Black and Volt White. But when it came to Scarlet and Violet, yeah, I don't think I got a whole lot of experience points. Well, actually, the experience points was a lot, but it just wasn't what I was expecting. Now, if I was playing the original games, this would be the last room I would tackle, and then I would get out of here, but as I've been saying multiple times, I can't get out of here quite yet because I'm forced to go into that alternate exit that leads to Route 224, and along the way, I have to accompany Marley through that one area of Victory Road. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm nowhere near done with Victory Road. I mean, if they really wanted us to fight Dawn over on Route 224, then maybe you could have encountered her right as you're about to leave Victory Road. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of when you're fighting Wally in Ruby and Sapphire, right as you're about to leave Victory Road. Yeah, maybe Durano could have done that. Or maybe, I guess he wanted us to go over to Route 224, since in the original games you couldn't access Route 224 until after the Elite Four. Well, actually, I think also you need to have the National Dex too, so yeah, there's that. I guess I'll stay in with Yuxi. Why not? Yuxi's doing good, so I might as well stay in. Even though I don't know if this is a good idea because I don't know if this Empoleon has any Steel-type moves on it. If it does, then it should be a problem since I'm pretty sure Yuxi could take whatever Empoleon has to throw at it. Oh, Flash Cannon? Well, yeah, that is super effective, but I'm pretty sure Yuxi could take a move like that. I was considering to go with either Lucario or Torterra, but I decided against it because, well, I'm not really sure if Aura Sphere would one-shot this Empoleon, and if not, then I could take a powered-up Water-type attack from that Empoleon since, well, actually, I don't know if that thing had Torrent for an ability, but yeah, I wasn't going to take the chance. Also, I don't know if that Empoleon had an Ice-type attack, and if it did, then that's bad for Torterra. So yeah, it's kind of a safety precaution of mine. Yeah, even though I do go with defensive Pokemon, still, there's always the risk of screwing up with your strategies and possibly paying for it. So yeah, looking at the events of Pokemon Snap, yeah, even though it's not my kind of game, yeah, I still found it pretty humorous that I see certain scenes involving a few Pokemon. Let's see, how about I go with Giratina for this one? I was going to say Gastrodon, but yeah, just remember that I don't have Gastrodon with me right now. Oh well. But still, I'm not really sure how you're supposed to trigger certain events like that involving certain Pokemon. I mean, is it luck-based or something? Or maybe not. I think you have to do something. I'm not really sure what. Yeah, as you can tell, that's how little I know about Pokemon Snap, since, yeah, it's not really something that I would want to play. But I will admit, the new Pokemon Snap, yeah, it is, it looks pretty good. Let's see, how about Honchkrow, since Honchkrow is a pretty hard hitter, so I might as well go with Honchkrow against that Tangrowth. Well, Tangrowth has not very good special defense, so let's see if I could possibly one-shot it with Heat Wave. I seem to recall that Tangrowth has pretty good physical defense, and that's why I opted not to go with Drill Peck, so hopefully Heat Wave one-shots this thing. Alright, there we go. Maybe I could have gone with something else, but yeah, I remember that Honchkrow had Heat Wave as one of its moves, so yeah, that's why I went with Heat Wave on that Tangrowth. Okay, there's one more trainer in this area, but I'm not really sure if I'm going to get that trainer in this part since, yeah, there's a few more things I want to collect. Okay, let's go with Lucario, even though this is, well, actually, I'm not really sure if this is risky because, well, looking at some of the Pokemon I'm encountering here, I think Lucario can handle it. Okay, in this dead end, we have an item, and it is a Razor Claw, just in case you want to evolve your Sneasel into Weavile. Okay, there was a rock climbable wall in the area, so let's see if I can try and go over there. Well, actually, there's two rock climbable walls. There's one on the left and one on the right. The one on the right, that will lead you out of Victory Road, but as I said, I can't leave Victory Road quite yet because I'm forced to go over to Route 224. And on the left, well, it's something different this time. In the original games, that's where the TM for Dark Pulse would be, but I'm pretty sure I got that a long time ago. I think I got that when I was in Fuelstone City. And I promised myself that I would give that to Heatran once I eventually get over to Stark Mountain, which won't be for quite some time. Okay, these Pokemon are everywhere, so I don't think I'm going to get to where I want to go to. Well, there's nothing really in the direction that I want to go to, but there's something that I do want to show you. But looking at how these wild Pokemon are just coming about left and right, yeah, I don't think I could make it over to where I want to go. Well, the least I can do is probably fight one more wild Pokemon and call it an episode. Yeah, like that. Oh, Medicham? Okay, let's go with Meteor Mash. I was going to run away from that Medicham, but yeah, I didn't want to throw away experience points, so yeah, I might as well use Meteor Mash. Good thing it connected this time. Okay, good. Medicham goes down in one hit. Yeah, that thing was never really about defense. So we're still not done with Victory Road yet, and it looks like we're not going to be done with this place anytime soon. So join me then for more of this place.